Anywho, looking at Bitcoin on Wednesday, looking at the structure, big things that stand out, obviously, from yesterday to today. Losing that big hourly close was really nasty. It wasn't the end of the world until we actually failed the underside retest of it and basically said nope. Went off a cliff, lost weekly open December in one candle, continuation down. We didn't make a new low there, but the subsequent retests were all bearish. 96.5. That's the level definitely to get back above. Until that happens, you got a lot of downside pressure. 95.6 is the local swing low. I mean, that's just from last Thursday. December weekly, it's all holding you down. You're still looking at this as a potential for underside retests to go lower. That goes out the window only if you regain 96.5. If you regain 96.5, we want to see a test back up towards previous weekly open at 97.5 and 97.6. And then realistically, the flip for some bullishness comes with a 98K regain. Until that happens, you are definitely down trending hard. We had some structure breaks yesterday that looked promising, and we evaporated it in one 1 hour candle. So that's how weak the market is right now. The inflation data came out bearish, so higher than expected. Pre-market, we saw the big nuke out. Expect potential the same thing tomorrow with PPI data. If the CPI is high, there's a pretty good chance that possibly the PPI data is high as well. That's an hour before the New York Stock Exchange opens tomorrow. We also have initial jobless claims tomorrow, all 1 hour before the market opens. And then the same thing on Friday. And then currently we've got, going on right now, we've got Powell speaking. So watch this. If we do get some regains, the 4 hour close here that comes up is really important. 4 hour close would be relatively bullish if from this close now, like we had a pretty good previous 4 hour close. We've had a big nasty flush out nuke that has accomplished quite a few things. Like we've gotten, I'd say, a good chunk of the 100x and 50x leverage positions out that were down here trying to catch the low at 95.5. And let's see if we regain the daily. It's not the most important thing. I would still like to see a weekly open December regain before we see anything more potentially attractive to the upside as far as regaining levels to go potentially higher. But until that happens, yeah, play the level. If we do have a move back up towards the high near 98K, there is that initial snap short. Wrong button. Right? So we are looking at that previous level, 97.7, previous weekly open, as a potential shortable zone to break back down, to come back down to the lows, or at least back down to 96.5. So I think that's a pretty clear one. And like I said, if we've got the general direction lower, right, we want to see some continuation moves. Watch the reaction at the yearly open. Now, there's quite a bit to do down here, right? And if I go back to my other chart here, this level here, 94.5, is really key, super high time frame. At no point do we want to see dailies close below this or weeklies. That would be catastrophic potentially. But there's a lot of resistance up towards 96.5. And until that's effectively taken out, it's a bit of a scary one. The CME has been flip-flopping pretty heavily. So it was negative, like it was in backwardization. It was below the market price. Then it went above the market price by about $500, and now it's back below it by about $300. So the CME is trading on par and currently lower than the current market. And if the big guys, where the majority of the open interest is, looking lower, just keep an eye on that. That's definitely what you would want to see for some continuation downside. That being said, all we really have to do, it's very clean, right? We flip that, probably do something like this, maybe shake some people out real quick, and then go back up to 98, where we might have the bigger nuke. If we flip the 98K level, that's all that matters. That flipping this resistance at 98, this is everything. If we can do that effectively, we go higher, we go to 100K. But we need some upside traction. And that's pretty much it.